What is up, you guys? My name is Aubrey and this is my channel, and today I want to talk to you guys about the EIDL cash advance program, because with this newest $1.9 trillion stimulus package, there is opportunity for you to potentially receive an extra $5,000. So in this video, I want to break down what this is, I want to break down who qualifies for it, and I want to break down what it means for you and your $10,000 cash advance. So let's get started. So as you guys know, there is a $1.9 trillion stimulus package that is getting very, very close to being passed. It is like so close to the finish line. We should see it passed and signed into law by President Joe Biden in the next couple of days. In fact, it is expected that either today or tomorrow, lawmakers will officially pass it. And once that happens, it will then be passed on to the president, where he will then sign it. I have a deep dive video plan for once this bill is completely solidified and completely finalized, where I will be going over section by section the different funding options, the different programs that can benefit you, directly referencing the bill. That way you know exactly what you can and cannot take advantage of. So make sure to look out for that, and make sure to hit the subscribe button and hit that notification bell so that you know when that video drops and when this bill is officially finalized. With that being said, I do think that there is a really important funding option in this $1.9 trillion stimulus package that I have to discuss in a standalone video, and that is a $5,000 EIDL cash advance, or targeted cash advance, for severely hurt businesses. Now, as you guys know, the EIDL program is a cash advance program that was implemented with the CARES Act, and it's something that's been around long before the CARES Act was even a thing, but it really got mainstream attention once the CARES Act was passed this time last year. With the CARES Act, there was a $10,000 cash advance that didn't end up coming to fruition. And then over the winter holiday in December of 2020, there was an additional $600 billion stimulus package that gave more funding to the EIDL program. And with that excess funding, there was a new targeted cash advance program that was implemented back a couple of months ago, and it is still being executed on in present day. Basically what this is an invite-only targeted cash advance where eligible businesses or business owners or solo entrepreneurs can receive $10,000 in the form of a cash advance that they never have to pay back. Now, $10,000 is great, and it's something that is very beneficial to a lot of businesses out there. But the thing is, for businesses that have been really severely impacted by COVID-19 and by the pandemic and by the economy, really $10,000 is not going to make or break that business. But an accumulation of these funding and these programs that have been offered through these stimulus packages could absolutely make, break, or save the business as a whole. And so then that brings us to this $5,000 targeted EIDL cash advance that is outlined in this $1.9 trillion stimulus package. Basically what this is a EIDL cash advance, but for severely impacted businesses. So the original cash advance that was implemented in March of 2020, anybody could qualify for that. It didn't matter if your business wasn't hurt at all by the pandemic. You didn't have to prove any sort of economic struggle. You didn't have to prove a decline in sales. All you had to do was prove that you had a business and you were eligible. With this most recent targeted cash advance that was passed in December, you had to show that you were economically hit by the pandemic. And you had to do this by proving that you had a 30% gross revenue decline between the year of 2019 and the year of 2020. And if you did not have that, and if you were not able to show that, then you were not eligible for any amount of the $10,000 cash advance that was proposed in the targeted EIDL cash advance. But for this newest $5,000 targeted EIDL cash advance, so it will be the third cash advance that is offered, 30% gross revenue decline will not cut it, and instead you have to show a 50% gross revenue decline. Not only the 50% or greater gross revenue decline is required, but you also have to have a legitimate business that has existed long enough to be eligible for this targeted cash advance. You also have to come from a low-income community. This is outlined per the IRS, and if you're interested in learning if you come from a low-income community, my friends over at HelloSkip have a wonderful calculator, a wonderful guide that can show you if you are somebody that is eligible based on that criteria. And lastly, you have to have 10 employees or less. If you can prove this, and if all of these pieces of criteria match you and your business and your operations, then you could qualify for this additional targeted $5,000 EIDL cash advance. So that means all in all, we have had 3 different funding rounds of the EIDL cash advance. We had the first one that anybody was eligible for as long as they had a business, and this was $1,000 per employee up to $10,000, and this was implemented in March of 2020. We have the second one that was implemented in December of 2020 and is currently being executed on in present day, and that requires you to be able to show a 30% gross revenue decline. And thirdly is the most recent one that will be implemented in present day with this $1.9 trillion stimulus package. And in order to qualify for this, you have to show a 50% gross revenue decline, as well as a handful of other criteria as well, and you could receive up to $5,000. Now, in reading the bill, it's unclear exactly how you would go about claiming this money. And it does say that the SBA has to come out within 14 days of this bill getting passed and signed into law with guidance on how this $5,000 targeted cash advance would work. But my guess is, similarly to the second round of EIDL cash advance funding, it most likely would be invite only, meaning that if you qualify based on the SBA guidelines and the SBA standards, you would receive some sort of portal invitation in which you can then apply and provide the necessary documentation. I also expect that they will probably try to get all of the businesses addressed with the second EIDL cash advance round before they go on to the third. So I do think there will be some time before people are able to take advantage of both the $10,000 second round EIDL cash advance as well as this third round $5,000 EIDL cash advance. With that being said, you guys, I think that this is really great news because of the fact that there are still a lot of people that have been affected disproportionately from the pandemic. I've said it in past videos and I stand by it 100%. The pandemic has not affected everybody equally, and because of this, there are some people that need more aid than others. And the goal of this super targeted cash advance is just that, to provide aid to the people that really truly need it. And to see that this is being implemented in this most recent stimulus package is absolutely great news. Now remember, before we sign off, that the PPP formula has changed to better serve solo entrepreneurs. I made a video on this a couple of days ago, and at that time I had said that online application portals had not had the new formula and the new application reflected on their website. And that is still the case today, Tuesday, March 9th. But I have reached out to these online application portals and I have asked them when they expect to have the portal up and updated, and I have not received a response yet. So stay tuned for that as well. And of course, also remember that whenever this stimulus package is passed, I will be doing a deep dive on that. So make sure to stay tuned for that. I am looking forward to doing that and really digging in to the bill with you guys so you know exactly what to take advantage of. But like always, if you have any questions, if you have any comments, if you have anything to add, make sure to leave a comment down below. And while you guys are at it, make sure to hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell. And I'll see you guys in the next video.